What's up, homies? My name is Michael Fugoso. I go by Fugstrader on Instagram. I got my Instagram up here if you want to check it out. Yeah, I mean, check out the Instagram. You don't have to follow me or anything. Just I make some artwork. This is the type of stuff I do. I make these illustrations. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't log. Yeah, I don't log into the desktop version, but you can see the thumbnails from here. I make all these tutorials too for you guys to check out. So if you have questions, you can always ask me questions through Instagram and well, I do the tutorials about maybe weekly. I haven't done one in a while just because, I was on vacation, everybody. I'm back here doing live with you all. So check it out. Scroll down this. I got a bunch of tutorials on there. So if you follow me before, so today we're not going to be going over a lot of this hardcore stuff. We're just going to be building kind of a simple illustration. And we're going to go over this really cool tool called Mockup Beta. That's actually this project right here. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't click on these. This project right here. You'll see. Let's jump into Illustrator. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. And feel free to ask me questions here. Hey everybody, what's up, Robert, Winterberg, Clarissa Kahn, Sean Kozel Keys. What's up, everybody? All right, so check this out. This is a really cool tool that's getting a lot of buzz on Illustrator. I posted this on Instagram. Not this specific artwork, but I posted this tool, and it got about like 6 million views, and it's getting like people are like, yeah, dude, this mock-up stuff, we really need this to get out of beta, and we need this to be really, we need this to be part of our lives. This is like one of those where have you been all of my life tools, right? Check this out. So let me just undo that. So I got my artwork here. This is how it works. And I got my raster image here of a mock-up image. It's a 2D image of a can that I got off of Adobe stock. All I got to do is drag my artwork on here. And if I tilt my artwork just like that, really quick there, and I select both of these, I go to Object, Mockup Beta, and I hit Make. And we get this progress bar here. It's pretty much creating a 3D mesh around my 2D image of a can. We're going right to the meat and potatoes of this. This is kind of the result. I just want to show you that this is what we're going to be doing today. Look at that. I move around the can. It senses where the can ends. I can zoom up really quick here. Just look at when it like comes up to this fold right there. See how it just folds up to the tip? So cool. Okay. And I get it. You're like, that doesn't look that cool. It just looks like, it's moving around here. Well, we got to adjust the blend modes, homies. So if I go to my opacity, switch this over to multiply. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Right? And if I take the opacity down a bit, now you can see like the condensation coming out of the artwork, just like how that print looks like on that can. It just looks fantastic, right? Zoom up there. Really, really cool. Again, when I go up to the tip of that can, you can see the folds. It just folds right up there. It's cool how it senses all that stuff. This guy needs to cut his fingernails a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But hey, check this out. If I move over here, honestly, nobody talks about this, but it's a really cool like tattoo mock-up. Like if you do the whole like multiply opacity thing, it looks really cool on mocking up on skin. So that's the gist of Mockup Beta. So this is the final result. I kind of started at the end. We went like Quentin Tarantino style. We start off with the end of the movie, and now we're going to go to the beginning. So let's undo all this stuff here because we're going to go back to this in a second. Cool. So if I go over to my illustration file here, I'm going to just go over the process. This is how I make these illustrations. Let me just go over to my I got some. Hey, what's up, Voodoo Val? Hey. Oh man. I love familiar faces on the chat, Okay, so check it out. So this is the process here. This is the final result on the right, but this is kind of where we start, right? I always start off with a sketch, and I render Illustrator on top of it. And the cool thing is here is like I don't really use a lot of pen. This is like everything here is so geometric, right? So I don't have to use a pen tool or anything, or do any type of like line work. It's just all shapes, shape building. It's kind of like building Legos, right? So if I go to my layers panel, I'm just gonna lock my sketch layer. Actually, I need to turn the opacity down here so we can draw on top of it. So I usually make the sketch, And then I screenshot it and I upload it into Illustrator, turn the opacity down so I can draw on top of this thing. So I'm gonna turn my opacity down a bit right there. Maybe a little bit more, you think? Okay, cool. Go to my layers and then let's lock this because now I can't, click on it. I can't mess with that. Or, it won't move as I'm drawing on top of it. So I'll create a layer on top of this. Check this out. I name my layers. All right, that's kind of a big deal. You're gonna name your layers so you know where everything is at. But let's be real, I don't name my layers all the time. So, all right, so this is called the drawing layer. Cool. Just we're just creating good habits here. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just draw a quick rectangle here. A quick rectangle just like that. And I know it's set to white. Let's go ahead and sample my colors here. Usually I don't have my colors figured out at this point, and I do this all in black and white. But since the colors are right here in my final illustration, we're just gonna kind of like work backwards there. So these nodes right here, I just drag these nodes down a bit. I zoom up really close there. I just drag the nodes out. And boom, we have a kind of nice contoured square right there. I'm gonna drag this out here one more. Basically, okay, so I'm holding the Option key and I'm duplicating it by dragging it out. You see, and if I hold Shift, it keeps it in that same line. So really quick, heads up, if you follow me, this is again, I just want to if you kind of join in later and you follow me on Instagram, this is kind of more of a basic illustration tutorial, right? This is not a lot of the complex stuff that I do. But here's the cool thing. Even this is more beginner slash what do you call that? Beginner slash intermediate. These are very simple and basic tools, and you can make these really cool results with simple and basic tools. I mean, that's what Illustrator is all about, you know? Chris says layer naming is a sign of weakness. Yikes, man. It's all good. It's all fun and games, right? All right, so check that out. I just duplicated my square there and I, sent it behind this square. And it kind of creates this illusion that it's 3D in kind of a 3/4 view. Like this whole robot here is in a 3/4 view. And then, what we did here is pretty much kind of the theme of how we're going to do this entire illustration. Okay, so if I take both of these here, and then I go to my properties panel, I'm just going to take the opacity down a little bit so I can see what's going on underneath because I already know that that looks good. Okay, so we have this little section here. I'm going to draw a quick rectangle. Boom. Okay. What color did I have on my final one? It was a white color. I think it's like an off-white. Nope, that's pretty pure white. You know what I mean? I'll zoom up really quick and then I will take my nodes down. One thing that I like to do is I try to match the contours of the curves with the contours of the curves of the other pieces of this robot, just to have some uniformity. That's kind of a designer thing, not really an illustrator thing, but I kind of like doing that. So you don't have to do that, but I like doing that. See what I mean? It's like building Legos, right? Boom. Send that behind there. Really cool. Like you can kind of see where I'm going with this stuff. I'm just going to keep going on this illustration. I'll probably move a little bit faster, not that much faster, just so we can get to a good point in building this and we all understand what's happening. So I'm turning the opacity down here again so I can draw on top of this. If you want to see how everything looks like so far, check it out. As you can see, we're doing it. Whatever this robot is here, we're doing it. All right, we're gonna continue off a little bit. Hey, it was a Umacorn Browers. You're waving hello at me. Hello back to you. I wish I could type and give you the same emojis, but I can't. All right, let's take the opacity down a bit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm all about talking shenanigans, everybody. So if you feel like talking shenanigans, I'm all for it. All right, so I'm gonna draw a circle here. It doesn't look like it's a perfect circle. It looks like it's kind of oval shaped. So I'm gonna kind of match my sketch there where it's not a perfect round circle. It's more like an oval. And let's go match the color there. I had it set to red. Again, like I said, I don't really have the color scheme in mind from the beginning. It's more like I usually do it in black and white, but just because the final illustration's there, that's why, that's why I'm just sampling the colors from my final illustration. So if I go back here, sample that black color again, boom, and then I send that behind the red circle. Okay, so check this out. You're looking at this and you're like, okay, that looks more like a shadow, and this circle here is kind of floating on top of, we don't want that. We kind of want this more looking like a cylindrical shape, right? So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to, if I zoom up really close here, I'm just checking up the chat, everybody. What's up, homies? You see like how it kind of curves down here and then it curves over up to there. We're gonna have to have like a perfect line that goes from here to there, just so it looks more like a 3D shape. And what I do, there's many ways to do that. You can draw rectangles and all that stuff, but what I do, or you can use the blend tool. You can blend shapes from one to another. That's another quick way. What I like to do, because I've been trained this way, is I like to use my direct selection tool, right? And I'll just, oh, okay. I'll hover over that point there and delete that point. And then I will get my pen tool and I'll kind of continue off of here. Boom. And just like that. Boom. Okay. This is going to make sense in a second. Let me just finish this up here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. If I grab this and then move this over here, I made it. See, you see how it's more like a 3D cylindrical shape, but I kind of made it too long. So let's go ahead and shrink that back a bit. Usually I'll have this organized in layers, so I'm not like messing with the shapes below. But just to make this a little quicker and for us all to understand what's happening here, that's what I do. Check that out. Boom. Now it's like a perfect cylindrical shape for the eyes, right? Um, Hey, good morning, Sam. What's up, homie? What else we got here? Um, okay. We got some shenanigans. It's all good. I love shenanigans. All right, so I made the eye and we have that perfect cylindrical shape here. What's next is if you see that there's kind of like a donut shape inside of there, really easy to do. Check this out. Zoom up there. Command C, Command Shift V. Looks like I did nothing. But I pretty much copied and pasted the shape on top of that shape. And if I shrink that down a little bit right there, I'm going to sample actually, it's just pure white, right? I don't need to sample that. So if I go over to the white right there, boom. And then I take my circle here and Command C, Command Shift V. I'm doing the same thing. I'm copying my shape and pasting it on top of the shape. So this works because it's a circle shape, right? If I had a kind of unique shape and I need to kind of have the perfect contours around the shape, usually I would use the offset path tool. But because this is a circle, I don't have to do that, you know? So if I select both of these and I'll go to my Pathfinder tool and then I'll just minus front there. So now I have that really cool donut shape here. And then what I can do again is kind of drag this here. So that's a really cool thing about this 3/4 view style. Is just like you just kind of do the same thing over and over and you get a really cool result. So here, because I don't have to move this like too far out, I don't have to do that same thing I did with a cylindrical shape behind it. You know how I kind of connected the lines over here? Because it's like so small, it kind of looks like it's protruding, you know? It's just a quicker workflow. Check that out. I have two eyes now, right? I'm just gonna move this over a little bit just to get that perspective a bit more. It's all about those fine details, everybody. Um, where is Jack? I don't see Jack in here. Where is he? All right, so we have let's just select all the pieces of this eye here. So if I select that, all of these, and I just drag this out here, boom, easy as that, And let's just turn all the layers on here, or let's turn the opacity up, boom. So now you can see, okay, I made the eyes a bit further apart here, but it's looking good though, right? You all think so? That's pretty much the process. Whoa, I even made like the donuts smaller here. So, you know what? It's it's kind of a work in progress here. You kind of just make adjustments as you go through. Let's see, what time is it? We got, you know what? I think we have the gist of how I build this whole thing. So I pretty much do that with the rest of these pieces here. They're all, look at this. So if I go over to this here, it's a circle there, a donut here, a rectangle there, circle, 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 rectangle, curved edges. You know what I mean? I do this throughout the entire piece, and I'm able to make this cool robot out of that. You know, let's just copy this robot here, just so you know that I'm not making all of this up with the mock-up stuff. So if I grab this robot, oh, that's right, I locked this layer. So let's unlock that. If I grab the robot here, Command C, and then I go back to this mock-up image here, I'll just paste my robot. Check this out. If I group this, Command G, so now it's all one piece. If I hover over my can here, and then I tilt this over to the side, I'm going to size this up a bit. Select both of these right here. Object, Mockup Beta. Look how easy this is. You know what we had to do before to do this? We'd have to go into Photoshop. We had to create a displacement map, right? Actually, well, this is a cylindrical object. Yes, you would still have to create a displacement map with a cylindrical object. Okay, see, now check it out. Hey, what's up, little robot? You're moving around in there, no problem. I'm gonna go over to my properties panel, over to the opacity and hit multiply and take the opacity down a tad. Look how cool that looks. Hey, oh, you guys, you know what? You all just gave me a really cool idea for an Instagram reel. I'll have like a traveling robot going through a bunch of mock-up images. You can all steal that from me. Let's see if you all do it before I do. Magic, Umacorn Browers. Heck yes. The robot looks familiar. Oh, what's up, Dustin? Yes, Dustin knows my old work, and I recycle my old work a lot. And you should all too, because they take a long time to do. Recycle them, use them for content. Best way to do social media, I think. Hey, what's up, tattoo? Again, it works great as a tattoo. Okay. We have about 5 minutes left. Let's do a few more examples of Mockup Beta and another, some new stuff for workflow also. Okay, so I have this really cool image of a t-shirt. This is another very great use case for Mockup Beta. I have this cool image of a t-shirt right here, mockup image, and I made my artwork. Check out this though. It's a bit different from the last artwork I did. If I hit my Command Y, it's very simple shapes here, but I have a lot of gradients, a lot of blurs, you know what I mean? Glows and everything. Just a lot of stuff going on in this illustration. One of my favorite new tools in Illustrator, right? This is in black and white, especially, with this whole mock-up workflow. Something that you can try is if I select my artwork here and I go to Recolor, Generative Recolor, right? Right when I click on this tool, I have these sample prompts to choose from because this uses Firefly to kind of take all of my colors here, and then it creates a color scheme based off of the different levels of black and white that I have here. So it's like a perfect Illustrator's workflow. You create stuff in black and white, and then you use Generative Recolor to kind of figure out the color scheme for you based off of a feeling you have. And you know what? Say you don't have, a color scheme in mind. You have these sample prompts to choose from here. Let's try this terracotta desert. What are we going to get with terracotta desert? So I clicked on that. It's giving me 4 different options. Boom. It just instantly colors my black and white image here. Like, you know how long that would take me to do to color each gradient there, right? And the blurs and everything and selecting things on top of other things. It would take forever to do. This one, oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. How about this one right there? Ooh, I'm loving that retro look, but I'm liking that hint of green right there. Okay, that's the perfect use case for Generative Recolor. You know what? I'm just going to move this over. I got to save this. I know I do this. If you've seen my live streams before, I do this all the time. I get like I do generative recolor and it gives me this amazing result and I have to just kind of move it over to the side and save it for myself, right? Okay, so I'll tell you a really cool prompt that you can use that works every single time, gives you great results all the time. It's called Retro Tokyo, the best prompt of all time for generative recolor. Check this out. I hit generate right there. Like I said, it's just really cool that you can kind of type in a color scheme that you're thinking of a feeling, and then generate based off of that. Hey, who do we got over here? What's up, Adobe crew? Tattoos are like those with dragons. I agree, Keys. I agree. You might have been referring to a joke I said earlier, and I forgot what the joke was. I'm sorry. I'm loving the comments, everybody. 2 minutes, everyone. Okay. Retro Tokyo. Check this out. Boom. Nice, nice. I like this right here. Check this out. I'm going to move this over to my t-shirt, size this down a bit. Select both of these. Go Object, Mockup Beta, Make. Look how fast I'm doing this, everyone. It's going. It's going. Boom. Look at this. Get that out of there. It just moved. Look, it knows exactly the plane. It even folds where the wrinkles are. Let's turn the opacity down a little bit. Look, I can even move this over to his arm, size that up a bit, and size that down. Hey, you want an arm tattoo? Yeah, you know, it works great as a tattoo thing. Hey, you want a neck tattoo? Sweet. You know what I mean? It's such an awesome, awesome tool. Mockup Beta. Let's do I have time to do another quick one? Huh? Do I got time? Maybe. We'll see. If it gets cut off, it's all good. Retro Tokyo. Boom. Generate. Okay. Give me something cool. Give me something cool. We got like 10 seconds. Okay, let's pick this one. Okay, sweet. Let's move this over to my hat. Select both of those. Object. Mockup Beta. Look how fast I'm doing this. Boom. Make. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? 3, 2, 1. Get out of there. Get out of there, panel. Let's go to turn the opacity down. Okay. Look at this. Oh, it even folds down. Not that you would make a mock-up like this, but check out how it folds right there. That is sweet. Let's move this over here. Well, that's what I have for you. That's my mock-up workflow in Illustrator. Mockup Beta is just a perfect tool to work with all of your vector illustrations. It has to be vector. That's why it's in beta right now. So anyway, homies, thank you everybody for your time. I hope you enjoyed this really quick live stream, and I'll be back. I'll be back if you want me, and you want me to show you some more complex stuff. I'll be back for that too. I'll be back for simple stuff, complex stuff. For more shenanigans. You got shenanigans for me? Heck yeah. What's up, Voodoo Thank you. Love you, friend. Love all of you guys. Homies. Love all you homies.